Welcome back, everybody, to the Too Real for the World podcast. I'm your host, Michael.
And I'm your host, Kudzi.
And today we're going to be talking about post-goal depression. Kudzi, tell the fans a little bit about post-goal depression.
Well, post-goal depression, this is basically where, let's say, for example, a racer or a wrestler, whoever you may be, you reach a certain point where it doesn't feel like you have anything left. It feels like you're out of goals. You're out of that drive, something that pushes you forward. This is what post-goal depression is about.
All right. You heard it yourself. Post-goal depression, well, the definition of it is when you achieve something. And after the achievement, you have the question of now what? What's next? I don't know. Do you have an experience with post-goal depression?
Nah, I wouldn't say I have a experience with post-goal depression. But why don't you tell the fans about your own personal experience?
My own personal experience with post-goal depression. Oof. Let me think about this one. I think it happened when I was writing my O-level exams. Me and my friend, we used to be ambitious about the grades we wanted. We wanted high grades. And I remember we would work day and night reading books, and it felt so good because we would help others who didn't know, and we felt like, yeah, we're gonna achieve something. We had a purpose at the time, and we had something driving us.
Yeah.
We got to the point where we got what we wanted, yeah? We came out with high grades, but something about that reality, there was a shift in the reality. Like, we expected it to be a boom, but it wasn't as big as we thought.
So it was different from reality.
Yeah, it was, you could call it a reality gap, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So afterwards, we were there and people congratulated us and all. We got celebrated, we got recognized, acknowledged, all that. And in that moment of time, we were on top of the world, I'm not gonna lie. And it felt good. But we soon realized that the external validation, it fades away. It fades away. And after we achieved this, we had nowhere left to go. And it was what's now? What's now? That was the experience. I don't know. That was my experience with post-goal depression. And I would say right now, I'm quite good. I found a way to bounce back, but that's gonna be after the break. We gonna take a break.
You know what? I need to talk to you. My mom sent me a note. And you're my father.
The House of Reggie's Visits Mentor Center. Premiering soon, only on Mentor Center TV.
Right, thank you for tuning in. Welcome back. Today we're talking about post-goal depression. And we were saying, for those tuning in, post-goal depression is when you achieve something. And after you've achieved something, you have the question of what's now? You have lost your sense of purpose. So, Kudzi, I was briefing you on where I am right now with post-goal depression. And I was saying, for anyone who's facing post-goal depression, it's all about accepting that you finished something and that it's in the past now. You have to close that page, yeah?
Yeah.
And after that, you have to find something that drives you to keep going every day. Because after you achieve another goal, you're just gonna be back to step one.
Exactly, because on post-goal depression, you're supposed to ask yourself, now what? What's happening in the future? What are you gonna do? It's a question of what would you say? You have to keep following your daily routine. You have to put small things on your calendar so that you keep pushing forward.
So you're basically saying it has to become an identity.
Kind of like that.
Like your way of life?
Yes, your way of life.
Ah. Well, how do you suppose someone does that?
Well, as I've said, you have to keep pushing. You have to keep putting small things each step forward until eventually you feel like you can drive a higher point.
Okay. But let's say, it's very hard to keep up with routines, especially if they're new to you. Like people who, let's say, want to get into fitness. Like for the first few days, you keep exercising and exercising and exercising, but you're gonna reach a point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. What would you say to a person who can't continue that drive?
Well, they have to look back on what they were thinking in the first place and use that energy to keep moving forward, because what they're facing isn't loss of what their goal was originally. What they're facing is something within that's telling them to stop, but they know they have to continue.
Okay. So what would you suggest a person that's trying to change their way of life does? What would be the why? What would be the question that they have to ask themselves to keep on driving?
Well, what they would have to ask themselves is, now what? Exactly what we were talking about in the past few seconds.
Because I feel like what you're saying, I agree with everything you're saying. And to add on to it, I would feel like to do this, to make this a part of your life, I think you would actually have to look at your life as a whole. Like, where is it that I want to go and what am I becoming as a human being? From my personal experience, after achieving what I wanted in Form 4, I had to ask myself, okay, is this all I am? Just to keep on studying and passing, then I feel that goodness, the dopamine hit for the 2 minutes that I have it, and then what? I'm just gonna spiral back into depression. So I would say you have to look at your life as a whole. Like, what is my purpose of life? And I found that being a human being in itself is something that's evolutionary. You keep evolving, you keep growing, and I feel like you should be striving to be the best you every day. And for me, that's something that fulfills my life. It keeps me going every single time. I don't know, do you agree?
I would agree, because most people usually rely on the high dopamine, the feeling, to keep pushing forward rather than the purpose itself.
Right. Okay, we're going on a commercial break. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you after the break.
Legacy. You and your brother's fate is to die today. And there is nothing that you can do to stop this.
I don't know if you noticed or not, YR, but now comedic's gone. That's 2 brothers. And you know what? When you say another word to me right now, I need you to know this.
YR has finally made his decision, and that decision is YR is officially retired.
Legacy. You are the chosen one. This world will not be saved. This universe will not be saved unless you take on the mantle of being the universe's best hero. Legacy. You and your brother's fate is to die today. And there is nothing that you can do,
Oh my God.
to stop this. Mission report. Save your brothers. No more fear. It's time to begin.
We're back to the Too Real for the World podcast. Today we're talking about post-war depression, and I feel like we learned a lot and we discussed a lot. I don't know, what do you think? What are your thoughts on what we talked about today?
My thoughts on post-war depression.
Yeah.
My thoughts on it, well, basically, after discussing on how people should help themselves, how people should keep moving forward, and how the questions that they should ask themselves in order to keep moving forward. My thoughts on that. I would say maybe it might help a lot of people that are out there that are stuck within post-goal depression or post-achievement depression, whatever you like to call it.
That's interesting. So we're gonna leave you viewers with a challenge today. You got to ask yourself. Gotcha. You gotta ask yourself, what is the purpose of your life? From this day on, it's not about achieving certain goals. It's about being a different person, being a person that grows, and being a person that eventually you'd be proud to say, I am that person. Thank you for tuning in. This was Two Rule for the World podcast.